Laughs by and Vibras, Las Vegas' favorite podcast.
Count us in again, bro.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, action.
What's going on, my beautiful people? It's your boy Gio, Mr. Rugged Ambition. We got Marcus, only the courageous, and we got Karina, la más divina. And this is Laughs, Vibes, and Vibras.
Vibras.
We got the Autotune on, so we're gonna sing a song. Ooh,
We have the
I
auto
feel
on?
good. I feel good. Sing, bro.
I can't hear myself. Yeah, like it doesn't. I have to hear myself with the auto tune.
I'm gonna put Autotune, so don't worry. Sing something, Karina.
I need like the.
I feel like we're what's that movie with Dory?
Yeah. Oh, we'll just freestyle. Just sing something. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep talking.
With
just
Dory.
keep talking. Just keep talking.
I'm trying to think of. What's
To the window. To the wall.
I was gonna go a whole different direction with that. Okay.
Booty, rocking everywhere. Rocking everywhere. Rocking everywhere. I found
This
you.
guy, he went totally on a whole new intro.
I know,
level. Like,
I know.
We were just gonna do a regular intro, and then he's like,
No.
I'm gonna put auto tune on it. Like, damn.
I know. Listen,
I want your
I'll take you to the
energy.
candy shop.
I take you to the candy shop. Give you a taste of what I got.
Damn, y'all wild.
Sing something, bro.
I was actually gonna sing a Disney song, but he started saying to the window.
It means no worries.
For the rest of your days.
It's a problem free.
Philosophy, Hakuna Matata.
It means no
Let's
worries.
sing a song that we all know.
I need alcohol for this.
Let's sing a Disney
Okay.
song.
A Disney song, a Disney
Ooh, they're
song.
cold.
Yeah, about them. Open this. Don't worry, you can hear the autotune.
I know. What's a Disney
Pop,
song?
lock, and drop it.
Oh, I have one. Do you know Chain Hang Low?
Does your chain hang low? Does it walk to the floor? Does it shine in the light?
Is it platinum? Is it gold?
That's all I know.
I
You throw it on your shoulder.
Okay, let's sing it.
You wanna let it
Oh,
go.
what's the song?
Does
Like,
it
what's the
change?
song? You guys know?
A whole new.
That's the one I was thinking about.
That's about it. Hakuna Matata, whole new worlds.
That's the one I was thinking about. I was gonna start
A
singing.
man worth fighting for.
I don't know. That's Mulan.
That's
though.
That's Mulan.
What about Toy
I never
Story?
seen Mulan. Toy Story. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Are you just putting autotune over everything, or
So we're gonna be an autotune
We're
the
gonna
whole
be
time.
autotune for like the first 5 minutes,
Oh, okay.
and I'll take it off.
All right.
So ooh la la, ooh la la.
it's quite the episode?
I know. What song is that?
Just made it up.
It's a banger episode, right?
It's a banger episode.
We're dropping our mixtape first, and then second the podcast.
Yeah, because it's all about the mixtape.
Booty. Rocking everywhere, rocking everywhere, rocking everywhere. I found you, Miss New Booty. Get it together and bring it back to me. Hit the Players Club.
For about a month or two. Then see what it do.
Damn.
This is welcome everybody. This is Laughs, Vibes, and Hot Beats 92.7. we vibing later. We dropping hot beats.
97.5.
Yeah.
Brought to you
Yeah.
by Dos X.
And
We got the autotune and saxophone, and she gets tres X.
Damn.
whoa,
Somebody's making a baby tonight.
I know.
And it's not me.
All right, let's sing one song just to finalize the autotune section.
Okay.
A song that we all know. What's the song that everybody knows?
I'm trying to think of a Spanish song.
Me too.
Okay, right off the bat, Bad Bunny. Everybody knows Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Was it the me queda 1%? No, you don't. No, I don't know that one either.
I mean, either.
I just know the beginning. You just had that part.
I mean, when you put me on the spot, like
I know.
that, like wanting, like, I get real nervous, you know, like.
What's on? Tú no eres bebecita. Sota, fritona, se te nota.
That's it. That's all. Oh fuck! That's all we know.
Let's do it again. Yeah, bro, you dropped your mics over here. He dropped the mic.
Hold on, guys. We have a technical difficulty here.
It's a.
All right, so let's get into it, guys.
Yeah. Oh, we fixed this.
All right, guys, let's get into it. So first thing we're talking about, what are we talking about today, guys? This is a topic that we were going to talk about last time, and we didn't get to it.
We didn't get to it. You're right. You're right.
Let's talk about it.
All right.
Making money 101.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about side hustles.
Side hustles.
What's something that you guys do to make more money? Something that you guys do to keep pushing yourself? Something that you guys see yourself doing?
You can follow my OnlyFans if you want.
We'll put it right here.
What is it? What is it?
My OnlyFans, OnlyFans.com/onlythecourageous.
Whoa.
Whoa. Only the courageous take dick? No.
Damn. What is going on over
Dang.
here?
The mic got excited, bro.
I know.
Oh, you gotta tighten it up.
I can always hold it like this.
Yeah, that too.
There you go. Should be good.
Okay. All right, I'm good. I'm here, guys.
There you go.
But let's talk about side hustles.
Side hustles.
Do you guys have a side hustle that you guys do?
I do.
You do a
I
side
do,
hustle?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know about it?
Yeah, you guys know about it.
Okay.
I actually wake up really early in the mornings and I work. It's my side hustle. I actually help my dad try to grow his business more.
Okay.
Because I actually do have like a job. So I just do that like on the weekends or kind of like when I get out of work, I kind of like focus on it. I do like his like billing stuff, you know?
Okay.
That's like I guess a side hustle that like is like there.
Okay.
But I do want to like turn I do have like another one that I'm working on at the moment. I don't want to say what it is yet. But I do hope it grows to be like my own, like an actual business, not just stay a side hustle forever. Like that's something that I can like work off of and like, you know, something that I like.
Okay.
Which is why I like it. I like it so far.
I was gonna say, yeah, if you wanted to elaborate on it, but you didn't want to tell anybody yet.
Yeah, not yet. Once I have more practice, I'll
Talk
let everyone know about it.
Talk about the one that you do with your dad. What do you do with your dad?
Oh, it's just landscaping. I mean, he's worked on it like for years.
Okay.
So he's known. Well, he knows pretty much everything. So he pretty much he does like all like the cleaning monthly, bi-weekly type of thing. You know.
So with the side hustle, like why is it a side hustle for you?
Because I don't see myself doing it like long term.
Okay.
It's just like in the meantime, like
Just to get a little more income.
Yeah. And then
God damn, we over here breaking everything.
just drop your mics left and right.
Karina just pulled off the whole fucking fixture. Oh, here.
Damn.
They were gonna have to.
That's because my son, he listens to my love.
He comes in.
He comes in, he's like, oh, Mike. Like the other day, he's having a whole conversation on this mic. I was like, okay, dude.
Everything's all.
He just wants to be part of it. He wants to be part of the podcast.
editing, right? I was editing. I was
Yeah.
sitting right here, looking at the computer, and then he's just right here like, ma, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm over here. He gives me the mic, and I'm like, hey, what you doing, buddy? And he's just like, ma, and I'm like, keep it up, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I was I feel like somebody's been sitting here. Have you been doing other podcast stuff?
Yeah. Without
I
us.
didn't want to say it, but
When I sat in this
content now.
when I sat in this chair, it was moved like this. I didn't leave it
Yeah.
like that.
Hey,
But we
when
can
we talk
go.
about
I
side
seen the way you left it last time.
You know?
when we talk about side hustles,
This guy over here.
we're talking about side hustles.
Oh,
This guy got 7 podcasts.
Seven
He doesn't even tell
podcasts.
us.
are we
You
the
guys
side
keep-
hustle or are we
Yeah.
the main?
We're the side hustle to him, talking about side hustles.
hustles, exactly.
We're like side bitches over here.
You guys are my main.
We
Oh
can't
my
have
God.
them loyal. They don't stay loyal.
I know.
Marcus.
Don't worry, we don't shoot here.
He has a whole ass another studio,
Yeah.
nicer,
Yeah,
shit.
nice.
Fucking
Just,
steaks and shit. And
Yeah.
he gives us pizza and Dos Equis. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate the pizza and Dos Equis.
The what do you call it? The cuadro's all crooked and the other one is not.
That one's crooked?
Yeah.
Fix that shit.
The other one got to AC.
Yeah, that one has
shit.
AC.
We have a fan here.
They have like a glass board where they write it with like
Yeah.
neon markers.
Neon markers
And
and
then this
shit.
one we got just a calendar.
No. Even better, they have a director and shit. Like
Conducting this shit.
over here.
It's someone that sits in a chair right there behind the camera and makes sure everything's
Things
good.
in order.
They don't have shadows.
That sure is a nice new shirt you got on, Gio.
Yeah.
How did you get that, huh?
It's my birthday gift.
They don't have shadows like we do. They have really nice lighting.
Lighting and everything from top to bottom. And
Yeah. We caught you, bro.
Tell me how you guys really feel.
that's funny.
But
Side hustles.
What about
side
you?
hustles.
What are some side hustles for you?
Side hustles. Well, I've done car wash before, detailing.
Mm-hmm.
I rent out bounce house. Tinting. I've done tinting before.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you did the car wash. When you started doing it.
Yeah, that was
Damn,
good.
that guy always had cash on him.
I did.
Yeah. He would be like, what do you want to eat? And I'd be like, I don't know. Let's see, right? At work. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of in the mood for Burger King. He'd be like, oh, okay. All right.
I'm gonna get
And
you
then-
something better. Outback burgers.
Yeah. No, that's for his
God
other.
damn.
That's for the other ones, you know?
the main
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, the main
yes.
ones are just a side.
We got the 99-cent cheeseburgers. Over there, he gets some full meals.
Yeah. We just get we get everything set apart so we put it together.
Make it look like it's more and shit.
He makes us cook our own burger.
He's like, I brought you guys this stuff here.
Yeah. So
You guys cook
this is
it.
how you do it. You cook it.
Yeah, if you want some, cook it.
Yeah. I like it.
These are savages.
Nah, I'd be like, no, like I want like Burger King or like I don't know. And he'd be like, oh, okay, all right, cool. And then he would just like, sometimes I would be like, why is he asking me? And he's not gonna say like, oh, let's go get some or go get some, you know. But then he would go to his car and then he'd come back with like, like a bunch of money like that, and he's like fixing it on his way, like making it nice.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, here, go get some.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh my god,
Damn,
Gio,
he was a
bro,
great
come
boss,
on,
huh?
yeah.
See, I honestly, be honest with you, you marketed and you made a good Instagram, and you actually did a really fucking good job at that. A lot of people who, we know that you told and like you posted videos and stuff, like stuff came out really fucking good. So
Yeah, it was
I'll just
really
say
good.
that.
Your editing was like on the videos
Yeah, you
actually
used to
pretty
make
good.
videos and edit videos and stuff. You put a lot of time and effort into it. So,
Hell yeah.
and I kind of always feel like, especially with media right now, if you're trying to do a side hustle or anything that you're doing, and you want more customers, you have to keep posting every day.
Yeah.
In order to get customers.
Yeah.
Well, that's something that I want to talk about because when you're doing a side hustle, it doesn't matter what you're doing, right?
Yeah, you
could
have
be
to
doing
promote it.
nails, you could be doing barber, you could be doing mechanic, you could be doing tint, you can be doing
Yeah.
tattoos, you could be doing whatever the
You
fuck
were
you're doing.
doing lashes too.
You do lashes.
I found that's a new thing. I didn't know.
Yeah. As long as you know how to market, and it goes back to what you said. You're consistently posting. What's gonna happen is you might not have a big following, but people are gonna know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, a lot of people that support you are not even the people that you think are gonna support you. It's
Right.
always strangers. That
The
support-
strangers.
Strangers always support you 100% more
Strangers that turn
Then-
into clients.
than somebody that
Yeah.
you've known your entire life.
Yeah.
And that's business 101.
Yeah, and it's true.
Some of my best clients right now are people that I have developed a relationship in recently. There's been people that I've known for 10 plus years that are not clients of mine. 20 plus years, not clients of mine.
And hey, I don't have any tattoos, bro.
That's the point.
We're doing a session on the podcast.
Oh shit! Starts
Oh,
crying on the
I know.
podcast.
I didn't want this.
Karina's at the mic. How you feeling?
Yeah.
I feel amazing.
Marcus, stop, Marcus.
Like crying and shit.
But let's talk about it because I don't think anybody knows what you do. So let them.
Well, the thing for me is it's not a hustle. It's not a side hustle. For me, it's a profession. You know what I mean?
Well, there you go.
The way that I started is it did start as a side hustle. It started as an idea. And as I evolved with it, I've learned to take it more into like professionalism and a career. So that is being an artist, a tattoo artist.
So, for example, like one of the things that I wanted to ask is, I think you said it yourself, what makes a side hustle, right? And it's something that makes you a little bit of extra cash
Yeah.
apart from what you normally do. But what that stated is sometimes a side hustle is going to be short term or short
Yeah.
goal, but it potentially go into something more long term, which I'm guessing
Absolutely.
that's what you turned for you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, eventually, like at some point in my life, I mean, there was a part of my life where I stopped doing it for 2 years, and when I had came back to it, it was like always
Refreshing.
yeah, big push, and like it was exciting to me. Every time I do it, I get excited. Every time I'm talking about it, I get excited. So
So let me ask you a question. So you said you took a 2-year break, right?
Mhm.
In that 2-year break, what happened that made you start again?
basically, what it was at that time and point, I think in my life, I was working, and I've always been. I always hate working for somebody when you can be your own boss. So, for that aspect, I have control of my own business. You know what I mean? I'm my own boss. I make my own time. I do my own things, but also too, I need to push myself to be better. You know what I mean? And if I'm not doing it every day, then I'm not an artist.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of it that I took that break. And I actually, during the break though, I did study a lot. I studied a lot of books, articles, YouTubes. I talked to, I have cousins that are, like in the game for like 20, 30 years now.
Cousins, you said?
Yeah, I have cousins in California. They own their own shops and stuff like that. And,
Maybe we should partner up and do tattoos and podcast. And,
California.
Well, no, but like maybe we should partner up and do something.
Oh.
Nevada.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, so yeah, at some point it turned into where I would definitely say when I was younger, because I started when I was 18.
Okay.
And back in the days, I really had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Did I tell people I knew what I was doing? Absolutely, I did, because I didn't want to lose.
Well, yeah, with
Fake
something
it.
like that, yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
I was faking it, but I always told myself, don't do nothing that you don't think you can't do. So,
And I think that's something that
Yeah.
you said something key right there, because what happens is you have to be honest and you have to be transparent with yourself
Yeah, with
and with the customer. Because it goes back to what you said, fake it till you make it. And yes, because it's going to give you this sense of confidence that you're going to push yourself to do it. But when it
it's
comes
like
down
coming
to
out of
it,
your comfort zone.
yeah, when it comes down to it, you're still learning. So you have to learn how to recognize when you can do a job, and,
Yep.
and you have to be adult enough and mature enough to be like, you know what, this is a job that unfortunately
Exactly.
I can't do.
yeah,
Exactly.
And there has been plenty of times where 5, 6 years ago, people have come up to me and they're like, "Oh, could you do this portrait?" And I'm like, "Fuck no." I was like, "I would never do that." I was like, "Because I'm gonna fuck you up." Nowadays, I mean, I'm not doing portraits, but I'm doing realism and
Okay.
in artistic ways. I'm doing realism with faces and drawings, and they're coming out clean. The clients are loving it. So now I'm doing like faces portraits and stuff like that, and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. So it's amazing. It's a great feeling to know that. Like I said, at one point it was like kind of like a side hustle. I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, mom." She's like, "What? What?" And I was like, I think I'm gonna start tattooing." And she's like, "Well," she's like, "See where it goes." and I remember I bought myself a little to go kit. You know,
Yeah.
I used to work out of a what is it like a suitcase like
Yeah.
little thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to work out of that
Like the little, like, the
A
ones that, like,
briefcase.
like a briefcase.
the ones that open like this and
Yeah.
you take out everything?
No, it was just one
Oh,
one thing,
just
and
a
I would have to
briefcase?
stack
Oh,
everything in there.
okay.
And
Damn.
I worked out of that, and then now
Get told.
where you know at one point, oh,
He comes in
definitely,
with a suitcase.
yeah, I just used to have a
What the fuck?
suitcase, and you know I used to go to people's houses sometimes, and you know we would use their furniture and their equipment and their stuff. But now it turns into I have a chair, I have a table, I have
Nice.
machines that are worth more than everything I've ever spent in the first 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean. It eventually at some point you look at this and you go, "Holy shit!" You know, like I mean, like,
Yeah.
you care about it. So.
Yeah.
How do you? Oh,
No, go.
How do you measure your success?
Hold on, guys. One at a time.
Like, how do you measure your success? Like, when it comes to like you being like, yo, like I made it, or I'm getting better at my craft, or I'm better than I was yesterday. How do you personally go about measuring your success?
So for me, I'm still in this mode of denying that I am a professional. For many reasons. I mean, just because you don't have a certificate doesn't mean you're not a professional. There's a lot of people nowadays that are really good at something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it be you can be making chairs, right? You know, as long as you made that chair, you know, you feel comfortable and you're great, and you're like, damn, I was
Yeah.
successful in making that chair.
Yeah. And you sit
did
on it and you don't fall.
You did it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you sit on it and you don't fall. But the thing is that how you elevate it, right? So the painting, the style, you know, that's what makes you creative in your professionalism. So for me, because of the industry that I'm in with art, I feel like personally, and this is just my opinion, it's never ending. I'm never ever going to achieve the top because there's so much to achieve. There's 100 different styles. There's a hundred. I can do. You know, somebody wants a letter. You know, I can do a letter 7,000 ways. You know what I mean? So
It's
some
an
people,
infinity of like.
it's an infinity amount of things that I can do, and you know, people are gonna like it this way. Some people aren't.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's for me. When you talk about this industry that I'm in the art industry, I feel like it's never ending. There's no everlasting amount of success,
And you're always like learning, you know?
and I'm
Like,
always learning. Like
it's kind of like if you want to put it like a doctor, you know, like a doctor's always studying, he's always doing like
Right.
learning,
Right.
he's always learning new ways to maybe like
you know, there's
you know?
always new
Yeah, there's-
sicknesses.
yeah.
You know, there's
But
always
kinda-
new this
Yeah,
that.
there's I mean the art world it's
It's
infinite.
infinity.
Yeah.
So you know, the thing is that yeah, I mean. I mean, do I right now? I believe in. Am I doing a great job? I think so. Can I do better? Absolutely. Can I learn more every day? Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. So, but I'm comfortable, you know, when people hit me up and they're like, you know, I want this. And I'm like, pfft. I like now I say yes to everything because I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've had so much experience and training and the thing that people love the most, I think, is the experience that I give them too.
Okay.
You know, I have a one clean room, you know, just tattoo stuff in my studio. And basically what it is, you know, I got the music rolling, you know, maybe a movie or YouTube. You know, I have a very comfortable little, like one of these in
Yeah.
there.
You don't make it awkward. For
No,
them
yeah,
to
it's
just be
very
like,
chill.
Like kind of like,
Yeah. Very chill.
you know, like you're just like
Y'all
sitting
get
there.
matching tattoos.
Oh,
LVV.
LVV. Las Vegas.
that'd be
Vibras.
cool.
Yeah, and then we're gonna be entered into gang territory. And shit. Hey, fool, what set you repping?
Los vatos locos. No.
No. I'd be like, yeah, you don't come with me, bro.
Yeah. She said, "Yeah, you don't know me.
I'd be
you don't know
like,
me."
check our TikTok. We do a podcast. Look at it.
Sir, no, just wait.
Las Las en Vibras ese.
Yeah. This
No.
fool really like LVVS.
Yeah, I'll be like, no, no, no,
No,
no,
no, no,
Gio.
no, 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 no.
Gio.
Tú clica me la pelan.
It's a podcast, not a gang. It's a
Fuck that.
podcast.
We move like a gang. Imagine.
You know he's gonna make this into a reel. Damn, you made her laugh so hard. She got a fucking Charlie horse.
Damn. Savage.
But yeah, so no, I that's what when you had mentioned side hustle, I was like, there's, and that's another thing, like another topic. So for instance, I've been one of my friends. He's been talking to me into getting into like selling on eBay and going to like around town and stuff and doing things like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's a big side hustle, but
Yeah.
also turns into a career. I kind of feel like everybody's side hustles, like you said, turns into
It turns
Yeah, into their own.
Turns into their career.
I also do believe that there are people that are just like meant to work for others. Like I know it sounds like really messed up, but it's just that sometimes they don't have like. It's not that they don't have the
Drive
mentality. It's just
or-
exactly. They're just like
Or they don't have
feel
the-
very comfortable
They don't care.
in what
They're
they're doing.
complacent. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
exactly. And they're just like they
So-
just
and-
want to work.
and
They
that's-
want to work and they don't want to worry about anything. Just make sure that they get their money. They have food to eat. They can put
Right.
like they can make their bills, everything. Like they just want like that comfortable life. For
But
me,
they don't actually have like a skill set.
exactly, or they might, but
Well,
they
they
don't
might-
see
they-
it as
they-
a like
they-
a
yeah.
as like they can like for example, good example, my dad. My dad, he worked in construction for many years. So that guy knows how to like put a window from like putting a window to putting a door to like reading the blueprints to like everything
I'm gonna call your dad.
because he did everything. Like he learned, and because there was always people, he was always there like, oh, what are you guys doing? And they would be like, oh yeah, we're doing this, or they would just like take liking to him, be like, oh yeah, come look, we're gonna show you how to do this, or
So he learned.
like yeah, he learned.
So
But
basically,
the problem was that he's very quiet, he's very shy, and he's very like I wouldn't say like close-minded, but he's very like he wants to like if he does like if he starts like a business, he's those people that are like, if I start a business and I give it my all, I want to see results in a year, right? So he's not that very open-minded to like, you have to
Takes a while.
be patient and let it
Right.
grow, you know?
And you have to be more speaking about
Yeah.
your,
So, for example, he has like customers, and well, his English obviously isn't his first language, right? So when they text him, be like, oh, how much do this or like, like they ask him either by text or to set up like a time when he can go see their house or work, because he does like everything. So he did construction, he did landscaping, he has his own like detail like business. He has like a lot of like little, you could say like side hustles, and he like can incorporate everything into one. So he could do like a lot of things. But the problem is that he never wanted to like focus on one, because I think he gets frustrated that he can't see any results soon. So from me growing up from like I was 15 years old, where I would go with him to a bar that he got like a contract, and he would go every first of the month to go clean their cars, and like he would have like appointments set. I would go when I was 15. And I would go help him, and then there was other other people would drive by. They'd be like, oh, how much you charge? And then he would be like, oh, tell them this much. Like he would always send me like, like the middleman.
so that what makes you learn too as well.
Yeah, but it was more of he didn't want to like confront kind of
So
thing.
he's like, he doesn't like confrontation.
Yeah. So if you were to go like up to him, so that's the main thing that I've seen as growing up and working with him.
Yeah.
That it's what like stops him from actually growing. So that's why, in a way, I would say it's my side hustle to help him in a way so he can see that he has results. So it's more like, if not like I'm like trying to get money, like, for my family, but it's more like help so he can see it.
Better.
Yeah. And
bigger
I mean,
results.
it's been a process,
Well,
but he's always felt that he should have just worked for someone else to have money to provide for his kids, his wife, have money for the house where we sleep, to have money to buy us shoes when we were young. You know, like
Right.
our essential stuff that we needed, or even stuff that we wanted. That's what he did, and that's how he thought back then. But
Got
now
it.
that we're all grown and we work,
It's a little different.
yeah, I think he's starting to see it a little different, and I think it's giving him more like the push, because like I'm helping him, so he feels more be like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
like they handle their own, so now I can focus on my, so it's like it's really a learning experience for him. And I mean, he's already a little older, but I mean, that was just an example of,
Well, I was gonna say something because, like, for example, right now you said like some people they don't they not that they don't want to, is like they don't necessarily believe that they could do it, right?
yeah,
But I feel like I think opposite. I think everybody has a potential and everybody has the
exactly,
ability to do it. The only thing that changes is your mindset, right?
Right.
So, for example, like if you're in a complacent state or place in your life, there's nothing bad with it.
No.
It just means that maybe you need that. You need
Yeah.
that stability. You need that complacency. You need that peace of mind. And then maybe down the line in your life, something might happen,
Exactly.
and it's like, fuck, I gotta make something happen, and that's when the hustle and
Like kind of
the
like kicks in
that's where the
to
motivation
Yeah.
yeah.
kicks in, you know. But everybody has the
A different way.
And
everybody
that's,
has
yeah,
a ability
and
to do it.
that's what I'm seeing now, like, because I remember my mom used to be like, oh, let's get a taco truck and like let's do this or do that, because when my mom cooks, everyone's like, oh my god, you cook so
Fucking
good,
good.
like let's do this, right? And then like, oh, you should get a taco truck, or you should do this, or get a restaurant, like build yourself. But he was always been more of like like setting back, because yet again, he worked so many years like doing everything, and working for someone, and he had like a steady job, he had a steady paycheck, he had like things to provide for his family, that he never saw, I guess, the need, like again, to go out of his comfort zone of how he's living right now, to do that.
And then to be honest, it's a risk too, because
Uh-huh.
what happens is
Especially when you have kids.
if you have that steady income that's coming in, you can't just be like, yo, I'm gonna go and do this and
Yeah.
then drop everything because the paycheck is gonna start coming in, or it's gonna stop coming in. So you have to be like, you have to learn how to minimize that risk. And what happens is, as soon as, like, let's say you go for it and it starts picking up, you're gonna reap better benefits
Yeah.
than what you were currently at. The thing is just starting. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people
Are
start,
nervous
but they don't
and-
finish.
Yeah.
A lot of people
But I
start
feel that
and
they
then
get, yeah, they get too like anxious, or they get too stressed or something, because they left like a whole, like something behind to pursue what they wanted to do, but maybe they didn't do it correctly,
Yep.
like how they wanted to.
Right.
Which, I mean, I feel that happened to me, but I mean, I'm learning from my mistakes, so
Like, for example,
got this.
me, like, I don't want to say it's a side hustle because, well, it started off as a side hustle, you could say, but I feel like it's like my profession. Like selling. I'm good as fuck at selling. Like, I could sell you fucking
Anything.
anything to anyone.
Tell me this.
Trying to have a good time?
Yeah.
Trying to holler at some girls? Dos X makes the girls get tres X.
Say less.
give me 3 boxes and open 3 right now for the way.
How much?
This one's on the house, bro.
You know what I like though? When people do side hustles, I love when people are knowledgeable about
Exactly.
it. Like when they actually show that they care and they actually show like initiative and stuff like that. Like, there's people that come around to the house and they're like, hey, listen, like I can cut this hole in your wall and put your wires behind the thing. And then, they don't tell you anything about it.
Yeah.
They don't say what they're doing. They don't say how, who, what, when, where, why. What's the reasoning? Like, tell me why I should. You know what I mean? It's like you said, selling.
Well, the thing is, that's different. But like, we'll talk about it. So what they're doing is they're not actually selling; they're educating you.
Yeah.
Right.
And education is one of the most powerful ways that you can actually close a sale.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you're giving the customer
Like
you're
the
making
confidence.
Yeah, you give them the confidence to make their own decision of something
Yeah.
that maybe you're trying to sell.
But like, have you ever had somebody that like just doesn't have that education that tries to sell you something, but then
Oh,
you
yeah.
end up going, Yeah, no, I'm good because they can't explain it to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, but again, it comes with that. It comes with that the time that you put in to develop your craft.
Yeah.
If they haven't taken the time to educate you and teach you
Yeah.
about the product, and teach you about the benefits and the all the in betweens, then they haven't done the due diligence.
Right.
So obviously, you're not gonna buy anything from
Of
them
course.
because you don't trust. You can't trust someone that doesn't know what they're
Yeah.
talking about.
Exactly.
So now I need to return a bag of Viagra now.
Sorry, bro.
He didn't educate me. He said it was for my mental health.
What does that mean?
Now I have a third leg. No, yeah, no, like that. But you know what? Also, too, is I respect people that are truly hustling. That when people go like, "Oh, you're doing this," and it's like something that's like, okay, I'm not the CEO of fucking the Venetian. Like, sorry,
What's the craziest thing that you've done to get out of your comfort zone for like maybe like the benefit of like maybe you're like the business or your tattoos for your dad? Like what's the craziest thing? Yeah. Like what's the
something
thing?
that you've gone out your way.
Yeah, no, like what's the thing that gets you out of your comfort zone the most? Like
Or like something that pushed me to
like something
to
that-
go out to like
yeah, like something that
to
was
do
like a
it?
slap in the face that you knew that you were gonna fail at that shit, but you still did it because you knew that you had to do it, and you failed, but you still won because you ended up learning more from the experience than from the
Yeah.
actual benefit of you getting that product, service, or whatever
Yeah.
you're trying to do. Like I'll start
I
off.
have a good example.
I'll start
Okay.
off. So when my dad, he has an upholstery shop, right? When we first started, a lot of the customers that we got were customers that I had got from. I used to work at Wells Fargo, so it's customers that I had from Wells Fargo. I used to give him a business card for Wells, and then it's like, hey, we have our own shop. Come through, come check us out.
Yeah.
And it was most of my customers, so I felt comfortable. I was confident. I was like, yo, come check us out. So like a good majority or a good percentage of them ended up buying from us. Once we got big enough to like go out and try to get more business, I went to the casinos here in town, like some of the big casinos.
Like Bellagio
like
type
the
of shit.
Bellagio, the Venetian.
The strip. You went
I
to
I was like, fuck it, go fake it till you make it, right?
Yeah.
Go hard or go home. And I got kicked out of so many casinos.
Yeah.
Like it brought down my self-esteem. But it made me learn more because what happens is, as a salesperson, is like when somebody tells you no, it's like, okay, cool. But you always find another way on how to get that yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then fast forward, we ended up getting a contract with Red Rock. Mm-hmm. So it failed, but then we ended up getting something out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, I think that's a great example because sometimes people turn away thinking that they don't know exactly what you're made of and you're capable of, and they just think like, okay, don't bother me. And then you come back around and you're like you said, it's gonna make me stronger, and then like boom, you know what I mean? It happens. It's all due time.
Everything comes in time, yeah.
I think for me, with my business, one time, there was one time I did this like little mansion party when I was like 24, 25, right? No, actually, yeah. And what happened was these people wanted like a ton of tattoos. At that moment in time, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to put the price at this, and then, I'm going to try to do the best I can. I ended up doing like 6 or 7 like decent pieces, like this big each. And, it takes a lot on me. It weighs me down. You know what I mean? Like after the 3rd or 4th one, I'm a little tired, or, my brain is kind of fried or whatever. And, I always told myself, like, let me try again. Like, let me try what can I do to prepare myself to be better? And just recently, within this last year, a friend of my friend passed away here. And
A friend of my friend.
A friend of my friend.
My friend.
And it was my friend, and then his friend passed away.
Okay.
And they had a sorority, right? And it was 16 of them.
Okay.
And they all wanted the same tattoo. And I told myself, I'm like, this is really, really going to be really tough on me. So like I had 16 people in front of me, and I explained all 16 of them at the same time. This is my stuff. This is how I do it. I would appreciate if nobody looks over my shoulder. There's a lot of people here. and I gave a whole speech, and they were all super cool. I ended up doing it, but what ended up happening was, I was exhausted at the end of the day. It took a toll on me, and I always told myself like, I probably won't do that again. I'll try to now where I'm not just giving quantity, I'm giving quality now. So, you know what I mean? It got like things like that, for an example, it balanced me in different emotions.
Yeah.
But was I capable of it? Yeah, I was capable of doing it. Did I do it? I did it. And what's going to happen next for the future is, I know now how to tackle this situation. And basically what I do is, I split things up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you would rather not receive poor work, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't receive a poor job or a poor this or poor that. So when people that know what they're doing are telling you or giving you advice, take it. You know what I mean? Like, they know best. So that was one thing. That was a good, like, a success pusher, you know what I mean, for me.
Yeah. That's good.
How about you, Karina?
Me? Well, I mean, I haven't really been like in the I guess you could say in the side hustle for too long because I'm still like young. It was, I guess, the most recent was when I decided to quit my job because I was getting a lot of just like my boss would be like, oh, why didn't you do this? Like, but yet again, I was working, like, I was going out of my way to help him so his stuff won't like burn to the ground,
Crash and burn.
Yeah, exactly. So I was going out of my way to like, to help him out, and he was still like asking me like, oh, why haven't you done what you have to do? Like, what's part of your job description and all that stuff. And then and one thing that I don't like is when they tell me that like that's why we're paying you what we're paying you.
I hate when people do that. That is such
like when they say that,
a monster
I'm like,
term.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, well, if you're paying me that, then that means you can get someone else and pay him the same thing. Why do I have to stand here and like listen to your crap? Or I mean, if it bugs you so much that you're paying me that, fire me and get someone else so you can pay. Yeah, so you could pay less. Right. That was like with so many years, it took like a big toll on me. Like there's times where I would get out of work and I was just like my brain was just like you said, like it was fried, like completely. I would get home and I would just lay down. And my mom would be like, what are you doing? Why are you laying down? There's dishes you have to wash. You gotta like sweep the house, And it's just like things that like you do, like, after you eat dinner, right? You clean and stuff like that, the basic.
You just wanted to go to bed.
Yeah, and all I wanted to do is just get home and go to bed. Like I didn't even want to eat. Like I didn't want to like move like a single, like lift a single finger up.
Right.
So when I started feeling like that, towards the end of last year, I spoke to my mom and I was like, to my family. And I was like, and this is what surprised me the most, was that I talked to him and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna quit beginning of the year. Like I can't do this no more. And my mom was like, okay, like it's about time, like
do it.
Like, yeah, like, and I was surprised that out of everyone in my family, my mom, like I really didn't think she was gonna tell me that.
Yeah.
Right. When she told me that, I was like, oh, okay. That gave me more to be like, okay, you know what?
Inertia to do
I'm gonna do it, And then I spoke to my brother, and my brother was like, my brother's more of like, he's like, oh, but why do you want to do it? And I told him like, oh, cause this, and I remember I gave him like a whole like reason, and I gave him like the pros and cons type of thing. And he was like, well, why you started feeling this way? And I told him, and then he was like, okay. He's like, well, you're young. And I was like, I know. And I told him, I was like, I in my mind, and I feel now that I've reached the point in the company that I can't go beyond that. Like I've already hit the wall, and I can't bring it down and even if I do, there's nothing on the other side. Mm-hmm. So he was like, oh, okay, I get it. I was like, and I'm still young. I was like, I'm in my early 20s. I was like, I should be worried about like what I want what I wanted to accomplish by the time I'm 35.
Yeah.
Like if by the time I'm 35, I want to be a millionaire, I have to start now to figure out how to get there. I can't just start when I turn 30 and be like, okay, I have 5 years, and in my bank account, I want to see $1,000,000. Like for that, I gotta sell drugs if I want to see it like that. Like to
Cocaine,
that, yeah,
cocaine money.
like to have like that, like we gotta be reasonable. So that's when I decided that I wanted to start like
That's reasonable.
I guess.
They call me Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. In the US.
You know what?
And then that's when I decided to be like, well, you know what? I'm going to do a side hustle. And it took me about, I think it was like 2 months, no, Gio? That I was like, I was talking to him. I was like, dude, I need to find something I need to do. Like, I can't keep working here. I need to like get out. Because if I don't get out, I'm just going to stay here for the rest of my life.
Yep.
And I won't feel
You're not
like
gonna
an
evolve.
escape, you know? Like, I won't see like another escape. I feel like in an escape room, right? And I can't solve the puzzle to get out. And then he was like, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I was like, well,
Drugs.
I was like, I was like, do some cocaine. All right, I got some ideas now.
She comes in with like a gold chain next time.
Yeah,
I took your advice.
Yeah,
Damn.
and then he asked me a really good question. He's like, well, what's one thing that
Sorry.
you like? What's one thing you're good? What's one thing that you like and like you see and that like you feel that you'll never like you'll never get bored of? And I was like, honestly, I was like, maybe not like the tire industry, but something in the car industry, you know? And that's when I took the decision to like start learning more about like different types of works
Yeah.
in it. So I guess you could say like the side hustle, but I'm trying to build it into like a profession, like an own business. It would be in like the auto industry. So anything that with cars, anything like that. But I mean, I obviously know that I have to start from like the bottom
Scratch.
to work my way up, especially knowing that no one from my family has ever done something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be the first one
The hardest part is to what?
Start.
to start. Yeah,
Go.
it's the hardest part is actually to take the decision to just to do it.
To start.
To start, yeah. And then when you start, you're just like, damn. Well, I already did. I'm already here. I can't go back now.
I think the biggest thing also too, right, that which, overall like a synopsis is basically like this is when you are working or whatever job or whatever you're doing, anything, when people find faults in your performance for they think like, oh, you shouldn't do this or that, and it's good and it's best for you, other employers or other people will find that trait of, oh, you're not doing this, this, or this, actually really good. They'll go, no, that's what we're looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of, jumping around to find the right thing.
Yeah.
And,
It takes a lot of research.
You have to. Because like you said, or else people are just going to be stuck in the same four
Exactly.
walls.
Yeah.
I saw this thing on
Tinder?
I think it was OnlyFans.
Me too.
I saw.
Be like, actually, I think it was on your page.
Oh, I got a story about that too. Keep going.
No, I think it was on Instagram, where it says that it was like a story, right? And then there was like a father and a daughter, and the father gives the daughter a car. He's like, okay, go to the car dealership to see how much they're gonna give you for the car. So she goes to the car dealership, and they offer her like $20,000, right?
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, okay, take it to a pawn shop, see how much the pawn shop gives you to it. She takes it to the pawn shop, they only give her like $5,000. She's like, oh, it's even worse. They're only going to give me $5,000. I might as well just go back to the dealership. And then he's like, okay, now go to like a car collector and see how much he gives you. And then he goes to the car collector and he's like, oh, I'll give you $100,000 for it. Because it turns out it's a very specific model of a sports car.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is like, you can be in the wrong place and have this great value, but they don't know what your value is. So you're never going to get the amount that they're asking for.
Exactly.
So when it's time to determine your value, make sure that you're in the correct environment to make sure that you can get to your fullest potential.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was like, damn.
Yeah. This is Jill was like, he was standing there in the shower like, oh my God, what? I like it. Share it. Share it.
These motherfuckers don't see my potential.
we just straight talking business
I
today.
know, but
All right, let's
side
transition.
hustles.
Let's
You know,
transition.
if you have a side hustle,
Let us
don't
know.
give up.
Put in the comments.
Yeah, don't give up. Keep doing it.
Send me a
You
DM
got
with your
this.
OnlyFans.
Hold on, let's do something. This is out of the norm. Motivate people right now, Karina. You do your motivation. Let them know. Then you do your motivation, and then I'll do my motivation.
I hate when you put us on the spot.
I know, just like that.
It's the
Like,
best.
dude, you gotta
Because
let me
it's
know,
so authentic.
so I can like write it down and be like, yeah,
It's
you're
because
reading it.
when you improvise, it's like authentic.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
People
No,
relate
but
to it.
no, but if you have a side hustle, Jill's right. Let us know. We'll hit you up. If you're looking for a job, maybe Jill can employ you. Maybe, I don't know. I'm looking for a new job. Let me know.
Maybe I can employ you.
Yeah. Maybe can you employ me, Jill?
Let's go.
All right, thank you.
How about we start our own business?
Yeah, let's do it, bro.
Let's do it.
This way.
Let's do
Oh, you
it.
guys shook hands.
Oh.
That's a contract right there.
Let's do it. You want part of a business?
Oh, I don't know, man. You gotta let me know the statistics first.
Whoa,
Cocaine
my
money's
God.
involved.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome to the team.
Right now we're gonna pinch it with blood. Yeah. Anyways, you guys got a side hustle? Let us know. We'll check it out.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah, put in the comments. If
do
you
you
are
hustle?
doing a side hustle, don't give up. I mean, there's always you're gonna make mistakes. Yeah, we all know, but we all learn from our mistakes. And personally, I don't regret anything that I've ever done, especially starting a side hustle. So you shouldn't either. It's always just it's difficult at the beginning, but you all got it. You guys got it.
Your turn, bro. Your turn. Motivate people.
Based on, like, I guess just based on for me, like, yeah, pretty much like she said, you know, like, start the hustle. Don't worry about what people are thinking or about you. Don't worry about what people have to say. Don't be embarrassed. Do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, you're going to support yourself. If you have a family, or if you have children, if you have baby mama drama, whatever it is, you know what I mean? You got to support that. And what's good, what doesn't support it are haters.
Yeah.
It's the people that are looking for that trade, that skill, that hustle in you.
Yeah.
So always, you know what I mean? Just like keep it going.
Yeah,
You know what
just,
I mean?
yeah. Just make
Don't-
sure that you say your values of what you want your side hustle to be, and make sure people know about it too. Because if they
gain
know
that
about
knowledge.
it, yeah, they'll respect it if you're straight up with them right off the bat when you meet them and you let them know. They'll know not to try to take advantage of you and your services, especially that, which is one thing that I don't like, is that, I mean, there's people in this world that obviously they want like everything, cheaper, like as much as they can go. And they'll come at you with everything they got, but just make sure that you're just straight up with them in the beginning. And if you said something, you stick to it, because, yet again, an owner can't be going back and forth and getting their arms like bent backwards so they can have what they want. So you got to be firm on that too.
Hell yeah. And then I'll add to the pot too. What do I say?
You see, it's not easy being put on the spot.
Oh shit! I'll improvise some shit right now. Let's see. Only you can see your vision. You can't expect other people to recognize what your vision is, what you can accomplish, and what you can do.
Damn, dog.
Marcus.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Because what happened is your vision is yours for a reason. Like you see your vision because you can see what you can get to. If you share it with somebody that doesn't believe in you, they're not gonna see the benefits in the way that you're gonna see the benefits. So why put yourself in a position to fail when you're putting yourself in a position to be successful from the get-go? So
That's why it comes down to the values too. Yeah.
but let's transition, guys. We talk about side hustle, pretty much what we like to do, what we like to push,
Right.
stories, examples. Now let's talk about pet peeves. I wanted to talk about this because you gave us an example, and that example was the one that fucking I had. I just didn't want to.
I'll come up with a different
I
one
just
while you
didn't.
tell your story.
I just didn't want to say it. So I want to talk about pet peeves because I was on my way to the hospital today,
Okay.
and I was driving up fucking Maryland, and I fucking hate this street for a passion because it's always full of cars,
Yeah, and it's 30 miles per hour.
and they only had one fucking lane open.
Oh no! Don't tell me.
So I
that.
was stuck in the middle of the Vegas heat
in the.
in the fucking in traffic, and this dumbass tow truck fucking cuts me off. So because the street is closing, it's only one lane, so everybody's merging into traffic, and this fool, I'm like this close to the car in front of me, and this fool just put this truck in front of me, and I'm just like motherfucker.
Yeah.
When I tell you that I had road rage today, I kid you not, I had road rage. I was gonna be like the Simpsons game, Hit and Run, I think it was called. When you just run over people. I was like,
GTA, motherfucker.
Yeah. It really be like
it
that.
pissed
sometimes.
me off. So I was like, let's talk about pet peeves. That's like a good topic. So what are some of your pet peeves? Just start throwing them out there, and we'll talk about it.
I mean, like, if I look back right now and I go, what is something that really pisses me off? Like, like recently or just in general, and a lot of it is driving and people driving.
Yeah.
And, there's some days, right, where I'm driving to whatever destination. And everybody's, doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Everyone's in their lane. Everyone's going the speed limit. Everybody's, using their turn signals. It's this crazy invention cars have to turn signals.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely insane.
You could do it if you do it up, it goes to the right. You go down, it clicks to the left.
They even have this one button where you push it and it turns both of them on.
Yeah.
It's called hazards.
It's a triangle and it's red.
Yeah, it's red.
My car doesn't have that.
No?
No?
I just fuck with you.
I was like, damn, we gotta get you one.
Find it, huh? Yeah, you're one of the millions here that can't find it. And there's some days, nothing, everything's great,
Oh yeah.
And then there's some days where whatever destination I'm going to, you got somebody going 80 and a 30. Then you got somebody cutting you off. Somebody not using their blinker.
Sorry again.
And it's just like
their brake lights don't work. Oh my god!
I'm sorry, guys.
Dude, I sit there and I'm like, or some. Oh, it was one thing I got mad about. Here's a perfect example. I went to the store. I went to Smith's. Right towards the end of the night, they're about to close. For some fucking reason, this older lady parked in 2 parking spots in the middle of the line, and she didn't give a fuck. And it pisses me off because it's like, what if I wanted to park right there, but now I got to go all the way to the other side and park?
Sorry, bro.
We all thought it was a lady. It was you.
I've been doing that because I don't want the motherfuckers scratching my car and shit.
Well, park all the way at the back.
Well, I park at the back.
Oh, I did too. Yeah.
I don't park in the front. Fuck that shit.
Me either.
Or I don't park next to where they put the little carts either. Fuck that.
Oh no. I don't do that shit.
Hit my shit. Hell
Yeah.
no.
You guys are part of the problem, huh? That's what it is.
No.
I fucking hate that shit, though, dude.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Pisses me off.
One time I was like, why is this motherfucker parked like that? I was gonna park like that here.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Not talking about that. In my neighborhood, there's this house that every day when I get out of work, I gotta drive by so slow by their house because they don't even look like as they're pulling out. They just go like, wow. And I'm like, oh my god. I remember with my old car, one day I was driving down going to work, and it was like 7:30 in the morning, and I was driving, and I was going with the speed limit. It was like 15 miles per hour, right? And I'm driving, and then all of a sudden, like I'm literally like driving. I'm about to pass the house, like pass it, when I see like this red Camry about to come up to me, like hit me from on the side. I stepped on my car so like to go like, yeah, it was a neighbor. It was about she or he, I don't know who it was about to hit me. And it's always that house. That house always like never looks like comes out and like stops or makes sure. Most of the cars, all of them have cameras now, and they all either beep or you can tell when there's a car coming. Oh my god! That's one of the
It's
worst.
a nice big pet peeve.
You know what's another one of my pet peeves? When fucking people talk while they're eating. Oh no, not talk, but like when they're eating and they're like, I'm like, oh motherfucker,
No,
shut the
yeah.
fuck up. It bugs me.
You know what's another one is that when we're like eating, and then there's people that like you go out to a restaurant or you go to like a buffet. It was mainly when buffets were all open, like all the casinos. We would go, and there was always this one person. He didn't even finish his plate, and he already went to go get more.
Another plate of food.
I'm like, dude, finish what you have right there, and then go get more. And I'm one of those people that like, if there's food,
You're gonna eat it.
like I'm gonna eat it because I feel bad throwing it away.
You're gonna eat it all. Yeah, I'm the same type of person.
Like,
If I fucking put something on the plate, I'm gonna eat that shit.
Even though it looks so good, but it tastes so nasty, I'm gonna eat most of it. And
nah, if it's nasty, I won't eat that shit. I'm like, hell no.
no, but there's always someone in my family that's like, oh yeah, that's really good. So then I just give it to them. There's always someone, like a tío. They're like, oh, see, yeah.
Fucking
But
peppies.
that is when they're almost done, like with their plate, and they get up and they're like, if they come, don't let them take it because I'm not done. I'm gonna go get more. I'm like, dude, sit down and finish it, and then go get more. What are you doing?
Letting the meat marinate.
Yeah. That's oh my gosh, that's the worst.
What's another pet peeve that I have? Like, I hate when people don't try. Like when people just like when they just like
they just give their bare minimum.
Yeah,
It's not
when
like,
people give their bare minimum, it pisses me off. Or it's like, bro, what? Like at least fucking try. Like try to make it happen, even if you don't know. Like put some effort and energy into it. Don't just be like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah,
I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah,
I want to sting people.
I said, fuck this.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, for some reason, like, especially, like, at work, oh, my God, it's, like, the worst. There's, like, these new people, and you teach them, like, for 2 weeks straight.
And they don't know shit.
And then they don't know anything. And you're like, dude, what were you doing? Like, where was your mind when I was showing you all of this?
Like,
where were you
I know
at?
you know this shit because I'm the one that fucking told you. So te pones pilas o te pones pilas?
Or they call me. I'm driving, I'm doing like my deliveries, and they call me and they're like, hey, Karina, how was it again that you opened an account? And I'm like, dude, I literally showed you an hour ago before I left. Like, what was your mind at?
Damn.
Like, oh my God. When they call me to ask me for something, I'm just like, dude, what? Why?
What's another pet peeve, bro?
I'm thinking about
when hot girls don't want to give you their number.
I never have that problem.
Going back to the parking in the cars, when like you're going down like a neighborhood and they left the car too out. Like too out in the street. Like there's like from the curb, there's like this much of a space.
Hit those cars.
Oh, they're like fucking 5 feet out and shit?
Yeah.
You gotta like swerve to the side?
Yeah, you have to like move a little bit so you can like go, because they're all the way out. They're like probably like this far away from the curb. And you're like, dude, how do you get that far away from the curb? Like, just scratch your rims, bro. Just do it. Damn. That's one thing that I can't stand.
I try to be positive, so
yeah.
I try not to look in the negative into anybody or anyone. I just try to be positive for everybody.
But you can still have pet peeves. It's like, oh, motherfucker,
yeah.
I'll fucking kill you.
Except for driving.
Oh, yeah. Road rage? Do you guys have road rage? I know Gio has road rage. For sure.
Road rage.
Yeah, me neither. I just let it go. I just let it be.
Oh, motherfucker, what the fuck? Oh, this pendejo. Oh.
Gio's the guy that rolls down his window and then goes,
yeah.
What? What, fool?
What are you looking at?
What the fuck? Well, you're the fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I don't do that shit.
Yeah, me neither.
You know
what's like,
you know what me is the best is when somebody does something stupid, you honk at them, and then they pull up to the side, and then you can see them looking at you, and then you just don't look at them, like bitch.
Yeah. Like, get me to look at you.
Yeah, try me.
That's you. He'll pull up to you. He'll look at you, and
I
you'll
feel
just be like,
I'll be
Like,
I'll be like, what the fuck?
you ever seen that
I'll be mad dogging people, dog.
the GIF where it's like 50 Cent and then 50 Cent, Elmo, and Kermit, and then they pull up and they're like,
A hard and shit.
and then they go and then it goes back and it goes forth. And that's fucking Gio right there.
oh yeah, Gio has road rage. It's amazing.
I just know that at the end of the day, like, you know, one time I've seen somebody do something stupid, right? And I honked at him. And then you know, I didn't even care. I didn't even say anything, right?
You gonna beat your ass, bro?
No, then check this out. And then what happens is they go, and then I see them do it again, and somebody else honks at them. Then what ends up happening always happens. They either get into an accident, or they hit something, or something happens to them. So it's like, you know, they're gonna get their, you know,
Their karma,
yeah, they're gonna get their karma. So I would rather not, you know, I'm not trying to confront nobody and be like, "What, bitch?"
Yeah,
Just so
yeah.
you can be all pissed off.
One time, me and this guy were gonna get into it at McDonald's, bro. I think I talked about this already.
He took your chicken nuggets, or what?
Nah, it's because I walked out of church because I was in a badass day. So I was like, let me go to church real quick and say a fucking prayer. And as soon as I leave church, I'm in my fucking lane, and I was gonna make a left-hand turn, and this fucking dumbass, he gets in the lane before I get in the lane. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? It's my right of way. Fuck you. So I put my truck in, and this fool just fucking turns his high beams on and starts like honking and shit. So I'm like, alright, motherfucker, check this shit out. When the light turned green, I didn't go. And when it turned yellow, I went. I was like, yeah, bitch, you're gonna get the red light. And that fool came after me, bro.
See?
That was a backfire on you, huh?
And then that fool was like, what the fuck, fool? You trying to fight this and that? And I was hella mad. And I was like, because I had gone through some shit at work too. And I was like, nah, fuck you, motherfucker. Let's do this shit. So we pulled into McDonald's.
Fast and the Furious over here.
Yeah, I
We
know.
pulled into McDonald's on Lake Mead and Las Vegas Boulevard. Chevron right there.
Yeah, yeah.
I was fucking heated, bro. I was like, I'm gonna beat this fool's ass.
You know,
And then,
when they get out and they're like just yelling at each other, like, do something, Dad, do something. And nobody does nothing.
No, and then I was getting out my truck, but then I had my gun with me, bro. And I was like, I started thinking, I'm like, damn, what if this was strapped to? I'm really gonna fucking shoot just for a fucking traffic thing? I was like, nah, fuck that, I'm out. So I left.
Yeah. So that's the thing is
You gotta think about shit before you do it.
Yeah.
that's why I don't.
And at the time, I was single. I didn't give a fuck, you know. I had no
he
responsibility.
was single.
Savage you, savage you, bro.
I remember one
You give
time.
no fucks.
I remember one time I went to Starbucks. It was Christmas Day. I remember it was Christmas Day, and I was like, "Nah, Starbucks is not gonna be open, right?" And I look, and my sister's like, "Yeah, look, it's open, it's open." So I'm like, "Nah," and she's like, "Go, go." So I was like, "Okay, fine, whatever, I'll go." So I went, and it was open, but not like to go inside. Right,
It's the drive-thru.
it's just a drive-through. So there was a long ass line. So I was like, whatever, you know, I'll stay in line. I was
Worst
like,
decision ever.
I got nothing better to do.
45 minutes later,
And
and 2 frappuccinos later.
they're all melted.
Yeah. Can I get 2 frappuccinos? It's like coffee, hot coffee by then.
No, I got there, and there was a line. It's right there on Lake Mead and McDaniel, where it's the hospital.
hospital's at?
Yeah, the Mountain View, that hospital. That's Starbucks in that corner, and the drive-thru is a little weird, but whatever. Like people
it's
started
fucking
making like
retarded,
line, right? So there's like this dumpster that's like right there, and there was like a line like that, and then it turned to the dumpster, so it was like going that way. So I had parked right behind like where the dumpster started, and there was a car in front of me. It was like an Escalade or something like that. Yeah, it was like a black Escalade, and there was like cars going right over there. So I was there for like a good like 15 minutes, right? When here comes like this Chrysler 300, windows all black, all tinted, like the darkest you can go, like you couldn't see anyone, music
out.
bumping like really hard and like everything. And the car was like all like it looked like if you were to like step on it, the thing was like, like it's just gonna fall,
apart.
you know? And he just cuts off the Escalade, like just cuts him off. He just like gets in there, and it's like the Escalade me, and then like the escalator was gonna turn when all of a sudden it's like right here, and then it comes in and it goes like, pow. It just like, and the guy escalates like honking at him like, hey, and he rolls his window down. He's like, hey, what? And then the Chrysler was just like he didn't care, right? So I'm like, oh, screw this shit. Like this guy just like so then like I called my sister. I was like, hey, I'm leaving because I've been here for like 20 minutes and there's just a car that just cut the other guy off. And I was like, I'm not gonna do this. And she was like, yeah, no, I have it in my dash cam. In the old one, the guy from the Escalade got off and he went and like he was going like that to the Chrysler, like he was like moving.
Can you send me that video?
I want to try to find it.
We'll post this shit right here.
And he was going like that. I want to try to find it.
It ends up being me and shit.
Yeah. I just didn't know it was you.
We're all fucked up.
And he's going like that, like.
How long ago was it?
No, it was last year. So it wasn't you.
So one of my friends has an Escalade, and I borrowed his car once. And I went to Starbucks
like
by
a
Mountain View.
Oh yeah, the coincidence on Christmas. On Christmas Day. No, but it was like a little short Mexican guy. Like it was like
I used to be
like
short. And then I
yeah,
got
you used to
taller.
be short. You got knee
Knee
surgery.
surgery.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then he comes like this scrawny, like morenito, like come out. He's like that, and he's like scrawny. And the guy's like, oh, they're just like yelling, and it looks like they were gonna get into it. And I was like, I'm not gonna deal with this. And I left.
Each other.
They probably kissed and they just made up, and I was like,
Savage.
yeah. And I left. I was like, I'm not gonna deal with this. Yeah.
The fuck?
What's going on, bro?
Have you had any people fight like at your restaurant?
Yeah.
Tell us a story. We're gonna stop it, but fuck it.
I used to fight people.
Like,
I used to throw plates and shit at people.
oh yeah?
Yeah, fuck that. People trying to get free meals and shit like that.
But how do you like get a free meal? How like?
Well, they just complain about something that's not true. Or they escalate it more further than when I'm supposed to de-escalate it. Mm-hmm. And if they keep going and going, like, obviously there's no way I'm going to make you happy.
So like they tell you like, oh no, like I want it scrambled, and you're like, oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You take it back and they give it to them,
and
they're like, oh, these are too cold.
Right, and it's like, then they're like, I basically, like I came from all the way from fucking Ohio. Like, okay, I don't give a fuck. And then, I wanted to spend my money, okay? And you know what? I'm going to write a Yelp review, and you know what? And then they start getting loud, and it's like, okay, so here, at this point, you're not going to pay for your food, obviously. So get out. Mm-hmm. And then, like, this one time I had these 6 chicks. All right, well, fuck this. We're going to get out, and we're going to fucking post you guys on the internet. I was like, I don't give a fuck. And then, like, I was like, here, so you guys don't eat anymore. And I flipped all their plates over.
And they were like, whoa.
And then they started like, oh, all right, then. And then one of the chicks, like, she kicked the chair, and then I kicked it back at her. And I hit her in the leg. I didn't give a fuck.
But that's
nice.
Bro. They can't sue you? Like, in case you hurt somebody or
something? No, they started it. They did it first.
There's cameras, no?
It skipped. The camera skipped.
They skipped like,
magically.
Whoops. The camera went from me at the table, and then it skipped, and then
all the plates were like,
they were gone.
I mean, like one time too, at over here, when I was working, I was in the office, and it was like a team member that was trying to close the cell, and there was two black guys trafficking Americans, right?
There was the black guys.
Cancelled. You didn't say African American.
So what happens is they were literally like next to each other, right. And one of the guys bumps into the other guy.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? And then he's like, "Yo," he's like, "What? You good?" He's like, "I'm good. You good?" He's like, "I'm good. You good?"
Oh, here we go. Nah, dog.
And then that shit just fucking escalated.
It was so stupid for no reason.
And then it's like, what the fuck? And then I guess the guy was like, it escalated so much, and the guy was like, it got to the point they were talking about where they're from. And they're like, one of them was a Crip and one of them was a Blood, bro.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
So yeah, it was wild.
So it was about like it was gonna go down regardless either way, there or somewhere
Nothing
else.
happened, but it was just like the way it escalated is like damn over a fucking little bump.
Yeah.
You
Remember?
good? I'm good. You good?
Yeah.
I'm good. You good?
Yeah.
All right, let's
They
fight
looked
then.
at each other like
We
that.
good?
Yeah. Like, nah. I was like, what's
No,
going
man,
on,
I'm not
bro?
good.
I was like, what is going on? Like, I was so confused. I was like, what just happened right now? It was funny. I remember that one time that we were, there's like this customer, he went in to go get like a service, right? But we couldn't do it because he had a lot of stuff in his truck, like tools and like stuff like that. And he had like bags of concrete. And we told him prior to coming in that he needed to take all that stuff down because he was gonna
weighs
get
down
work,
the line.
right? And he was like, oh yeah. So we pull it in, we do everything, and then, but when we get to the last step, like what he actually like wanted to get done, we couldn't do it. So we called them. I called them. I called his daughter. No one picked up. Then he called them and he didn't pick up. Then when he shows up, he's like, oh, why don't you guys take it down? You guys just needed to take down my stuff and all that stuff. And then he was like,
not our
I told him,
responsibility.
I was like, no, we can't touch, the customers
liability.
like stuff. Like we only pull in the car and we take it out and that's it. Like we don't move things. He's like, no, like I told you guys, and he didn't say nothing. Like he didn't tell us to like move anything. And either way, even if he did, we still would have told him no.
Right.
And then he was mad, and then he was making like a really huge scene about it, and I was getting like pissed off, and I was like, dude, like I already told you no, so I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not charging you for it. Like, cause we couldn't do it because you have a whole bunch of stuff in the back, and he was getting mad. And I remember he was in the office like eating, and then he comes out, and then he's like, I want to talk to you. And then he's like, wait, what? Like, okay. And then he's like, yeah, they didn't do it. He's like, well, we didn't do it because you haven't. And like, he told him like what I had told him, and he got even more mad. And he like escalated everything. And his daughter was just like in the background, just like standing like this, like just like looking and like
Embarrassed.
yeah, like embarrassed. Like, but I'm not even gonna stop it because even if I tell him to shut up, he's gonna like make it even worse. And he's gonna like, I'm probably gonna get hit at home because I tell him to shut up. So I was like, oh my god. And I was getting even more mad because he was yelling at him and he was being all nice about it. I was ready to about to like throw the computer at him and be like, you know what, just get out, bro. And then until he told him, he's like, no, let's take it outside. And then he took him outside, and then the guy was like, oh, I got it. And he was just like standing there like, and the guy was like, ah. And Gio was just like,
I would have like let him go out the door and then just close the door and lock it.
yeah, no, because then the bay were open, so he would have just walked in.
Walk around the other
I would just close that door too.
You're gonna close like 4 fucking doors.
Yeah, he had to close like 4 doors, and then he was like, and then Gio comes back inside. I was like, well, what happened? He was like, he was crazy. I told him that if he wanted to get it done, to bring down his stuff, and he could put it right there, but he wanted to put it inside, right? Like all his tools, because he didn't want people to steal them. So he got mad and he left. Like he had paid, but I never charged him for like the extra service. But he was mad because he didn't do it. It was, I don't know. I was like, dude, like what, like what's wrong with you? Like,
People are fucking weird, man.
then that was funny. That one was funny.
Nah, there's hella stories. That one I didn't remember till we brought it up.
Now you remember, right?
Yeah, I remember.
I know, and I had just like gotten back because I went to go get like some like quesadilla tacos because we were like, yeah, let's eat that, and I went to go pick them up, and I come back, and then Jill was like, well, I'm gonna eat because I'm really hungry. I was like, yeah, you go, because I had left, and then he was eating, and then this guy comes back, and I was like, dude, come on, like I was just about to go eat right now with Gio and then wait for a customer to come inside to help. And I was like, I was pissed off.
Yeah, fuck everybody. Fuck those people. Yes, don't be those customers, guys. Okay?
Please.
Don't be those annoying fucking Karens.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Should we continue? Or?
Damn, we're already at 2 hours though, no?
We're like an hour 30 minutes in.
I'm
Damn,
getting
I think I'm
tired,
tired, yeah.
dude. I started
Fucking
yawning
sleepy.
earlier.
Yeah, me too. I'm
I'm
fucking
exhausted. I gotta be at work tomorrow.
tired. Alright, so let's close it out. Who wants to close it out?
Peace out.
We're all really tired.
All right, man. We got tired, but we love you guys. Go ahead and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Tinder, OnlyFans, and don't forget
Spotify, Amazon
Spotify,
Music,
yeah.
Apple
Well, we
Music.
have a new intro, guys.
Apple
Oh,
Music.
what is it?
I came up with a new intro, so this episode's probably gonna be the one that has it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so-
Nice.
It's gonna be like follow us on Instagram,
Woo, woo,
TikTok,
woo.
YouTube.
No, it's just gonna have the logo and it has like the Vegas strip in the background,
Oh, okay.
and then I'm gonna have Fatima say, "Laughs, vibes, and vibras."
She agreed to
Las
that.
Vegas' favorite podcast
Did
in her
she-
sexy voice.
Did she agree to it yet? Damn.
So I'm gonna edit that shit.
Welcome to
You
the
put a,
Laughs,
you put a,
Vibes, and
you put
Vibras,
a, what is it? An auto-tune on it. She gets even more mad. You do that. Damn.
I love
Using
it.
AI. J-Lo.
You should. I was gonna be like the intro, like, "Hey, Daddy,
Thanks for tuning in to your favorite podcast
thanks
in
for
Las
tuning in,
Vegas.
papi."
I was thinking
Chulo.
of like maybe do like a prank call, right? But I'm like, nah, she'll beat my ass.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, she'll beat our ass too.
She'll beat everybody's
Arrow,
ass.
yeah. I'll get here and she'll be like,
Be a chancla
Get
flying
out.
through the air and aiming at
I'll
Geo.
be like, Las Vegas and Vibras, yeah, they got canceled.
Yeah. As of today, this is our last episode.
yeah. Thank you guys for supporting us.
Thanks
and
for the
everything.
support. We
Goodbye.
almost reached 1,000.
Hey, we're almost at 1,000.
Yeah, nice.
We're like 100. No, how many do we need? 100?
Like 50 more or 60
50?
more.
I don't know.
Let's see.
But shout out to you guys. We love you guys. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you guys listen to us on YouTube,
Spotify, Apple Music,
Amazon, Apple Music,
TikTok.
TikTok. Make sure you like our
Our
TikTok.
tickety talks.
And if you like what we do, share, repost, help us grow.
Yeah.
Drop
Thanks.
a comment, and just be like, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah. Today was a little
Especially-
bit of a more serious episode.
Yeah, we got
But it was
But I
good.
feel like
It was
I
good.
feel like
It was
we need
education.
to
Yeah.
episodes.
the business, and then we got into like what pisses us off, and we
And then Karen's at work.
Fucking Karens.
So
What do you call Karens in Spanish?
Karen's.
Linda.
No.
Hey, Linda.
Imagine you tell a customer that. Linda, listen, Linda. Well, Linda, listen. It's like, my name's not Linda.
That's what I seen this one YouTube clip the other day, and the guy's like, this black dude, he does this BLM, and or no, it's like BBM or something like that, what you think it stands for is not what it is. Oh no, BBC.
Okay.
Because it's a better black community is what it stands for, and he's hilarious. But he goes to the lady and he goes, "What's your name?" He goes, "Thank you for having us." She goes, "Oh, my name is like Tanya or something."
Yeah.
He goes, "Thank you, Karen." And he's like, "No, my name is Tanya." He goes, "Appreciate it, Karen." And she's like, "My name's not Karen, it's Tanya." And he goes, "Thank you, Karen. We appreciate it." And then he like walks away. That dude's funny. Better black community.
So thank you to our
Yeah.
Karens.
One day.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Peace out.